Hey there, it's Rachel Mullins, the host of hashtag No Filter Fridays on Public House Media.
Hey, this is Lee.
And this is Chelsea.
And we are the host of your new favorite sales podcast, See Jane Sell.
Join us every Thursday for a new episode where we will tackle the realistic world of sales and maybe teach you a thing or two along the way.
You can subscribe to See Jane Sell on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, CastBox, and Spotify. Thanks, and enjoy the following podcast on Public House Media.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Your Life Matters podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Mariah White, and I am a passionate nurse practitioner and fired up health and happiness coach here to deliver a simple message to you. This podcast is meant to provide a hope and a dream that fuels your soul to dream big and to dream bold and to empower and inspire you to live out your wildest dreams and to grab a hold onto the unwavering truth that you were made for more. What's up, guys? So today's podcast seems a little different because I'm literally walking around with my newborn. She is totally knocked out. I don't know if I can call her a newborn. She really is. She's an infant, newborn, whatever. She's 2 months old now, and she is knocked out on my shoulder. But I literally could not let a Tuesday go by without me sharing my infinite wisdom. No, I'm just kidding. Just tangible things that I can help you guys with. And over the last 10 weeks, as I ventured on to my first day, today was my first day back to work, I just was like overflowing with all of these thoughts and things that I wanted to share. And just, I wanted to come at you guys real and raw like I always do, especially after last week's episode where I shared with you the truth about newborn mom life. And I was just so passionate to just come at you guys and just tell you that your dreams matter and that there are so many things as moms that we can think about that would kill our dreams. And a lot of times you hear, you either have to be a stay-at-home mom to be a good mom, and you can't work full-time in order to be a good mom, and you can't give your all to your dreams anymore if you're going to be a good mom, and X, Y, and Z, all this other bull crap. And I realized that there is so much crap that goes on, that is said, that people think when you become a mom, that you completely lose your identity. And that's the truth if you let it. It's the truth if you allow that to be your truth. And so often, so many times, as moms, we get distracted. And I'm going to be honest with you, especially dealing with some postpartum depression, your whole life becomes something like a hamster wheel. You wake up, you're nursing, you're feeding, you're doing nap time, you're swaddling, you're doing all these things, and it's just a constant, endless cycle of the same thing. For me, anyway, that's what it felt like. And I felt like it was this mundane, day in, day out cycle, and I forgot who Mariah was for a second, and I forgot what I love to do. And it wasn't until I realized that I was dealing with some postpartum depression that I was like, okay, I need to go for walks, I need to work out, I need to do my daily devotional, I need to do my morning routines, I need to do the things that make me feel good. And then today, it all came together. I walked into that office and my entire soul lit on fire. I love what I do. I am a passionate tiny human healer. I love what I do. And I was so overwhelmed with joy when I saw all of my favorite patients who made sure they booked on the day that I got back, and they were excited to see baby pictures and talk to me and express to me openly, like, we did not book our appointment until you got back because we only wanted to see you. I had tons of nurses and my MAs telling me that patients did not want to see anybody else. And I just felt loved, immensely loved, and so freaking proud about what I do. But above all, I was proud to be Bianca's mom. I was proud in that moment to be her mom because I know one day she'll be proud of me. She'll be proud of me that I went to work and that I love what I do. And I know that one day she'll come out of her little voice and she'll say, this is what my mommy does. And be excited about it because she sees how excited I am about what I do. And all day I was just so happy. I was so overjoyed with just what I was doing and treating patients and seeing patients and asking how school was and asking how their summer was going and just all of that good stuff. And it just made me feel so incredible. And then I realized that was my dream at 16. My dream was to become a pediatric nurse practitioner. I went to school. I busted my butt to get my doctorate and finish and become the person that I am in my career. And I never in a million years wanted to become a stay-at-home mom. I was raised by one, but I never wanted to become one. And I respect them. But I also knew that who I was, I needed to have my own identity. I needed to be Dr. Mariah White, pediatric nurse practitioner. And I needed to have that passion somewhere else other than just being a mom. Now, that was a goal I had at 16. But what also a goal I had was to be a mom and to have a family and to be happy. I've always thought about being a mom. And now that I am one, I am so blessed and so honored and so humbled to be this little girl's mommy. And it makes me so elated that I get to share my life with this sweet, beautiful soul. And then I sat there and I realized that there are there's a million, but I thought of 7 of the biggest dream killers in the world. 7 of the biggest dream killers in the world. And this is not just for moms, this is for everybody. And I need you to hear me. The number one reason why you allow something to kill your dreams is that fear of failure. Failure of not being good enough, failure of not achieving, failure of being somebody who didn't make it. And we always fear what is unknown, and we always fear what we cannot see. And then we sit there, and instead of being like, okay, I could potentially fail at this, I'm just not going to do it. But this is what you need to understand. Failure has nothing on regret. One of the things that I can say boldly in my life is that I don't regret anything. I bust my butt as hard as I possibly can, even to my detriment. I've said this a million times in relationships. I did it in my marriage. I did it in my previous relationship. I do it in all the things that I can. I've done it with my relationship with my mom. I beat my head against the wall. It's literally to my detriment of how hard I try to work to make things work or fix it. And it's because I don't want to regret it. I want to look back and say, I did the best that I could. I did all that I knew how to do. And I don't have any regrets. I can walk away. So failure has nothing on regret. You right now, whatever your dream is, and you're sitting there, you're like, I'm so scared that I'm going to fail. I need you to push through and go after it anyway. The second reason for killing your dreams is fear of success. You feel like if I succeed, I might be left out. I'm not going to be able to run with the same circles that I have been, or have the same friends, or they're going to look at me different, or people are going to think of me different, or I'm not going to be seen the same. So you fear the success that could be had with you being able to do what you love, or that dream that you have burning inside. And yeah, success can really, truly be a lonely road. It can be such a lonely road, especially when you get closer to the top. But I promise you, if you keep pushing and you push past the wanting to fit in or keeping up with the Joneses, everything will work out. The next thing, the third thing that could kill your dream is lack of work ethic. Guys, I'm saying this to you, whether you like it or not. If you're not willing to work hard, if you're not willing to wake up early, if you are not willing to stay up late, you are never going to achieve your dream. This morning, no joke, first day back to work, baby girl fell asleep at 7:45, woke up at 2:45, and we were up until then. Guess what? My alarm went up at 4 o'clock. I still got up. That is not me saying something to like blow smoke up my butt or be like, oh, Mariah's Superwoman. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not throwing that in your face like, oh, I can do everything. I'm exhausted. It's been a long freaking day, but I did it because I know consistency. I know that if I work hard, it will pay off, and I will see result from me doing the hard things even when I don't want to do it. So your lack of work ethic is going to kill your dream. And that leads right into number 4, excuses. Stop with the excuses. Stop with the excuses of waiting. Stop with the excuses of why you can't make it happen. I don't know how many times I hear moms say, oh, I would go back to school, but I have to wait for my kids to get older. I would go after this dream, but I have to wait for my kids to do this. I would go after my dream, but I have to wait for my kids to do that. Stop with the bull crap and just make it happen. Let them be proud of you for pushing towards your dreams. How many times are you going to have a conversation with your kid and tell them that they can do anything they put their mind to, that they can be successful, that they can go after their dreams? But then what are you showing them? Are you going after yours, or are you making excuses for yours? And then when you evaluate that and you realize you're making excuses for yours, don't get on them about making excuses for theirs. Practice what you preach and show them what they need to be doing. Number 5, toxic influences. And I mean family, I mean friends, I mean literally anybody and everybody who could potentially be causing damaging thought processes, negative energy into what your dreams are. Because they're going to have perceived limitations. They're going to say what they think you can do, what they think you can't do, and they're going to portray that on you. But guess what? Respect their opinion, but only trust one person's thoughts, and that's yours. Only trust one person's intuition. That's yours. Only trust one person's belief system, and that's yours. That's it. Respect what they have to say, but only listen to your inner self. You have the ability to make this happen. Number 6, the lack of discipline. Guys, every single day I wake up and I do the same thing. My morning routine, my gratitude journal. I say 3 things that I'm grateful for. I say I am loved, I am worthy, I am needed, I am wanted, and I am more than enough. Now I say that to my daughter every single day. She feels it every single day. It's the discipline within it. I wake up and I work out. It's 9 weeks postpartum. I weigh less than I did when I was pregnant. And that is not me sitting here gloating. That's me telling you that I'm consistent and I am disciplined in what I do. Because I feel better when I work out. But I also know that it's good for me to move my body. I am disciplined in it. And then the last thing, the last reason why your dreams are getting killed is you are unwilling to learn and grow. If you are not growing, if you are not aiming to be a better person, if you are not diving into personal development, if you are not willing to hear what is happening within yourself where you can get better as a person, if you are in a confrontation and you're not willing to hear how you could love more or grow deeper, you are never going to be able to reach your dreams. Because guess what? Dreams are ever changing and ever growing. People are ever changing and ever growing. If you are not in a situation where you are ever changing and ever growing, you will not become successful. It's plain and simple. Guys, I literally think about the moment that I started this podcast. I think about the time that I said to myself, I want to make a podcast and I want to talk about how your life matters. I could have thought about the failure. I could have thought about the success. I could have thought about how it's going to be so hard to keep up with life. I sat there and I'm thinking about it now, like, holy cow, I'm literally holding my newborn, recording this episode the night before I'm supposed to turn it in, and I'm passionate about it. Yeah, I could make the excuse that I guess my listeners can deal with a couple of weeks where I'm not going to be able to show up because I have my daughter. That's bullcrap. You guys need me. I need you. Your life matters. Who am I to show up and pick and choose when I'm going to be present for you? So I'm here. I'm cutting my own excuses. I'm cutting my own crap, because there were definitely moments where I'm like, you know what? Just let them know that you can't do a couple of episodes. Take a couple weeks off as you adjust back to work. Why? I tell you guys all the time to fight through and push through. She's a baby. She's not a burden. She's my reason. She's not my excuse. She's my passion, and she's the love of my life. But guess what? I get to show her what I'm passionate about and what I love. And that is healing tiny humans. That is being a lifestyle coach. That is sharing my message and my story through this podcast. That's what I get to do. And I get to say that she is going to be proud of me for showing her every single day that I know how to show up for myself. So guys, whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, whatever your vision is, I need you to show up for you. I need you to work hard for you. I need you to go after your dream and cut the 7 reasons that I just shared with you out of it and just make it happen. Don't let these 7 things kill your dream. Go after your dream, whether you are a mom, whether you have a baby, whether you have kids, whether you are single, whether you are married, whether you are divorced, whether you are widowed. Go after your dreams. There's no age limit. There's no timeline. You can make anything in your life happen. I seriously love you guys. I show up every single Tuesday because I love you guys. And I'm here sharing things that I know tangibly will help you in your life. Please cut the bullshit. Please go after your dreams. Please stop with the excuses. Because this life is missing your passion. This life is missing your purpose. This life is missing your vision. And this life is missing the dream that you are holding on to and not sharing with us. My friend, hear me when I say, your mess is your message, your story matters, and your life matters.